Going on, Leo? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for you for the week of April 10th to the 16th, 2023. So, in this reading, Leo, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice for you for the upcoming week from your angels and spirit guides, and so much more. So, before we get into this reading, though, I do want to take a moment, as always, Leo, to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Leo, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, but without further ado, I'm now going to pull the energy. We'll see what wants to come through for you this week, Leo. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Leo. Okay. Wow. All right, Leo, very interesting energy for you. Got a lot coming through, but we're going to stick to the order here. Let's start this reading off with some opening messages from the universe for you for this week in particular. First message you have is Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. And this card, Leo, really reminds you this week that what's truly meant for you cannot pass you. And everything is actually unfolding as it should in your life right now, even though you may not be getting exactly what you want, you are getting exactly what you need. And many times what you need doesn't include what you want, but there's some sort of delay. What I'm getting from this reading, especially for this week, the universe is really preparing you for something amazing. The universe is preparing you for something that's going to blow your mind. The message that's coming through very strongly right now, Leo, is that the sealing of the ego, the best possible case scenario that your ego can ever imagine, your conscious thoughts could envision, could visualize for your life, the sealing of the ego is actually just the floor or the basement of the higher mind. What this means is the best possible case scenario that you can think up, my life should be going this way, this shouldn't be happening, blah, blah, blah. The universe has something very special in store for you that your conscious mind, for some of you, has not even gone to. It cannot even imagine it. So don't think that you know how your life should be going, because there is a higher order to good and bad. Many times, Leo, the things in life that we look at as very bad or unwanted, they actually wind up being the springboard that that propels us forward into certain things. So before you judge something, leave it as neutral. You are where you're meant to be this week. I know that this week there could be a growing sense of boredom this week. There could be a growing sense of waiting, nothing's really happening, and why am I waiting? Why is nothing really happening this week is what I'm picking up on. But it's because the timing is basically you're being guided, like the universe has your back. You just have to trust and not label it as negative, because here's the thing, Leo, and I don't know why we're getting this deep this quick, but you do make certain appointments before you incarnate in terms of soul contracts. You will date this person for this time. You will meet this person then. Like certain appointments. The only way that you can miss an appointment that you've made from a higher level is by constantly spending your time worrying that you're going to miss an appointment, because you do have free will, and if you utilize your free will worrying, oh my god, it's not going to happen, nothing's happening, oh my god, then the universe is like, well, you have free will, you can become a like vibration to anything. So what the universe is asking you to do is to at the very least remain neutral right now. You may not have what you want, but it's because you're being prepared for something much deeper. And there is something about a soul contract coming in for you that's going to completely rock your world. Some of you know who this person is, some of you don't, Leo. But just wait, I'm telling you, there's something about that. Okay, let's keep going. You also have White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit, connect to your lineage. Family wound or pattern can be healed at this time. So you may want to look at the limitations of your own genetic background, or just people in your immediate family. What's something that rubs you the wrong way, or what's a clear, something that clearly they slip into unconscious behavior. It's up to you to heal that, Leo, whatever it may be, okay? And whatever it is, we'll figure this out as we go through the reading, but connect to your lineage at this time. This may even have to do with love. We're going to have to see. You also have Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed, Leo. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. So, yeah, remember to keep in mind infinite abundance. And because you do have the Ancestor Spirit in conjunction with this energy for the Oracle message, there could be something about money healing, financial healing. There could be, for some of you, I'm not going to harp on it this whole reading because that doesn't seem to be what it's about, but there could be something this week that you start to look at around, how am I limiting myself financially just because of what I take as a matter of fact from my family or from my ancestors? If there's never been an entrepreneur in your family, then you may have to break that curse, or if someone has never made this amount of money by this age in your family, that's a curse that you need to break. 2 curses that I also broke, but it's not about me. Anyway, there is also something weird coming through because in Indian mythology, or just, in this storyline, in this segment of reality, Ganesh is actually the son of Shiva, okay, of Lord Shiva. Ganesh is the son. And one night, Ganesh Ganesh came home, essentially, and Lord Shiva mistook Ganesh for an intruder and chopped off Ganesh's head, and so Ganesh now has a head replaced with an elephant. And so I just think it's interesting that the Ancestor Spirit is here, Leo, and then Lord Ganesh comes right after, and Ganesh's own father, Lord Shiva, chopped off Ganesh's head and replaced it with an elephant. And so there could be something here around that. Take it or leave it. I'll leave that synchronicity, that abstract story to you to connect it to what's going on in your life. All right, so now we go to your opportunity. Your opportunity, Leo, for this week is the Knight of Wands, okay? We're gonna have to clarify to get more information, but in general, the Knight of Wands is someone who's very open to life, open to exploring, even if they kind of turn down an alley and it doesn't look so good, or even if they experience a week where things are slow, things are not going according to plan, it is a very optimistic Sagittarian energy here where you're going to make the best out of the worst, and you're also like just a little bit spontaneous because there seems to be not that much going on for you this week. It would be a good idea for you and your opportunity to just take a jog down a street that you've never been on, disrupt your routine, anything to get you out of boredom on a practical level would be good, is what I'm getting, okay? Also to hype yourself up, though, in some sort of way. Now, your challenge is the 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups being in your challenge here, Leo, we're going to have to clarify it once again. But there is something here. There could be a selfish person around you that you're dealing with, or this could be your own kind of selfishness that could be hurting you at this point. They say, the best things in life aren't to receive, the best things are actually to give. And so some of you here that are in a bit of a period, and I'm getting that this is a very minimal energy, but it's just something for you to think about. For those of you that feel bored this week, or for those of you that feel like, yes, there's not that much energy coming your way, there's a deeper, higher level reason for that. But on the same token, you also have to look at, well, what is the energy that I'm giving out? Am I giving anything to anyone or no? like, because what you put out is what you get back. So if there's like lethargy, if you've been focused on yourself the whole time, then you may be getting that reflection. Now, there's an alternative message coming through with the Nine of Cups, and it's a very strong message, and it's so strong that I apologize for not saying it earlier. Right. The Nine of Cups in your challenge, this is someone who is very happy within themselves, emotionally satisfied, maybe even around getting some sort of attention. And because you have the Lord Ganesh right next to the white eagle, and you also have Jwal Kul with Dharma, there could be something here about your challenge is to be more self-centered as a Leo, because that's your natural energy, is to be like... So some of you may be taking a false, humble approach to life that's going to ruin you. I'm telling you, there's nothing worse. There's really nothing worse than meeting a Leo who's like overly humble, or just like lets society squash their fire, because you got fire. I mean, you got fire like I got fire. And like, if you let that fire out, whoa, is it going to weird people out? Is it going to piss people off? Yeah, but that's what you're meant to do. And there's nothing worse in the world. I want a Leo around me who suppresses their own individuality, or like suppresses their own ability to get attention. I want you around me like I want something bad. I don't want you around me. So for some of you, there's also this thing about you looking at, how am I being overly humble? How am I playing small? How am I walking on eggshells to appease maybe ancestry, maybe your family, right? How am I doing that? Because, Aries and Leo. I'm Aries, you're Leo, right? You need to, like, can you match my fire? And in certain ways you can, but you just want to come through. Leo. So, all right, let's go ahead. So here's your overall general energy for this week. Overall general energy, there's stability, but there's just not much going on, really. I mean, you have the Four of Cups, you have the Two of Wands, and you also have the Four of Swords. So dare I say, some of you are going to be like Romeo and Juliet. Juliet sitting in your castle, growing your hair, hoping that Romeo comes one day to save you, or like for some of you, this really could be about you. There's someone specific on your mind that you're waiting for. There's someone on your mind, there's unrequited love, or there's something here that you're waiting for, or like anticipating. There could be like you thinking like, well, what if that could work out with that person, that it didn't go, one of your exes or someone new that you just met. Whoever it is, there's something about waiting for love, okay? But on the same token, there's something about the universe is... Just wait, Leo, because remember, whatever is truly meant for you cannot pass you. And so what I would advise you is don't get negative, because there could be this thing about you saying, I really want to be with this person, I want to see what that's like, and it's never going to happen. It's like, are you sure? Well, if you think you're so sure, then maybe you'll create that, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. I mean, and it's wild because something could be happening this week. Now, it's all major arcana, so it's more so spiritual for me. But you have in what you don't see coming the Lover's card, the Justice card, and the Hanged Man. I mean, that screams destined relationship more than anything. If not destined relationship, it screams someone who will satisfy you on the mental level, on the emotional, the spiritual, everything. There also could be someone from your past that you're looking at from a different perspective, Leo, because the Hanged Man has to do with enlightenment, or it has to do with looking at something from a different perspective, and you have the Justice card and the Lovers. So there may be something about you wanting to put something right with someone from your past. If that's not the case, then this is about you really deeply feeling into your soul, like something that is meant for me cannot pass me. There could be someone that shows up this week like subtly, and you're like, whoa, that could really build into something. But it's surrendering into, you're going to be satisfied in love. If you're not right now, you will be. It's not something that you have to fight for. It's not something you have to worry about. It will happen at the appropriate timing. And the advice, though, is there could be, a way to make this happen, because this week you have the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and also the Three of Cups when it comes to your advice, Leo. So when it comes to this as being your advice, work hard, work on your, don't neglect your daily responsibilities, productivity, but this also could be working on your love life, because you have the Knight of Cups, which is like the romantic idealist, and you also have the Three of Cups, which is about celebrations, harmonious relationships with friends, even lovers here. So there really could be something about you working on yourself to gear up for that love that you deserve this week. Also, there could be something about, taking a little bit of action. If you feel that you're really stagnant, and there's not much going on, don't let that kill your spark for romance and love, It's because it's there. So let's go ahead and start clarifying this and see what is going on, Leo. So let's go ahead and see. There's a lot that came through here, but let's go deeper. All right. Now, let's go ahead and clarify why the Nine of Cups is your challenge this week. Why is the Nine of Cups your challenge? All right. The Nine of Cups is clarified by the Moon in reverse, and also the Six of Swords here when it comes to your challenge. So there could be something very clear that you need to move on from. The Moon in reverse has to do with the conscious mind, right? The Moon in reverse is similar to the Sun. It has to do with your conscious, something that's very clear to you. And you also have the Six of Swords, which has to do with movement, traveling, moving from choppy waters to calmer waters, but it's related to that Nine of Cups in your challenge. So for a lot of you here, there could be something about, I want something and I'm going to have to make a change to get it, but because it's your challenge, it's challenging to do that. I'm not really connecting fully, so please use your intuition on that. Six of Swords upright, Moon in reverse, to the Nine of Cups in your challenge. Please use your intuition to, because I'm only here to do half the job. I don't know if many of you realize this when I'm doing readings. Like, half of the job is for me to display what I'm getting. Half of the job doing these readings is for you to look at the picture, look at the details of your life, and put the pieces together based on your own intuition. Because I'm only here, if this was a personal reading, it'd be different. This is a general reading. You're all going to have a little bit of details to your life that are all different, so I couldn't possibly get to each one, so it's up to you, and sometimes that just happens. Alright, let's see why the Four of Cups is here in your overall general energy, because let's see why the Four of Cups is here, and it's because the Four of Cups is right above the Lovers and the Knight of Cups. It's not going to stay that way forever. Alright. Well, there could be something. Yeah, it's interesting. I got that message about a soul contract, or I got that message. The Four of Cups is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune upright, the Lovers upright, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and also the Sun, all upright. So for a lot of you, this definitely has to do with unrequited love from someone who you believe to be a soul contract, or someone that you feel like you have a special connection with, or you have some sort of opportunity to move forward with someone. But because there could be someone that you feel like you're meant to be with, but you're not right now. And it's just like the Ace of Swords is in reverse. Like the truth of that bond is not happening right now. And so there's some sort of unrequited love. But once again, wait, Leo. And what you don't see coming of the Lovers and the Justice card, there will be justice to this. And in your advice, you have the Knight of Cups, the Three of Cups. So whatever's bothering you with love, with some sort of, remember, what's truly meant for you cannot pass you. Some of you may be worked up about someone who's just simply not meant to be in your life, but for a lot of you, this person is actually going to come back around, but it's just not the appropriate timing this week, even though you're going to be thinking about it a lot. But that's interesting that the Ace of Swords would be there next to the Wheel of Fortune. Has to do with destiny, fated connections, big opportunities, and the Lovers obviously has to do with soulmates, and then the Sun has to do with happiness, but then it's right next to the Ace of Swords in reverse to the Four of Cups. So some of you, there could have been something could have ended with you and someone in the past, more recently, whenever this is, that like you really feel, or even the universe at large kind of looks at this and it's just like, this is not the truth. So this is either someone recent or whoever, it could be someone even current, like that you're on and off with right now. There's something about it's not there's no connection. It's not true. There's something about it's not true. So someone could be lying. Someone could have treated you like badly, but it wasn't the truth of how they felt, or you could have treated someone a certain way and it wasn't the truth of how you felt. So there's something about truth is not here with a soul contract, and so that's why the Lovers and the Justice card is here, because whatever you're worried about with this person, or just the idea of will I get love in general, if it's not to do with a specific person, this is going to work itself out. This really is going to work itself out. I promise you that. Wow. So let's go ahead and clarify why the Justice card is here. Well, it's interesting because the Knight of Wands is in your opportunity, and then the Knight of Cups and the Three of Cups is in your advice. So there could be a level of action that you can take to resolve this issue. So with that being said, let's actually clarify why the Knight of Wands is here in your opportunity, Leo. Well, yeah, I mean, be careful of isolation, because I told you there's a big potential. As the energy reads right now, it's like this energy of you waiting, but then there's something you can do to transform that. You have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Wands as your opportunity. So there is something about like not being, trying not to be alone this week too much, because that seems what it's going to be like, but there's an opportunity for you to like push out of that based on some action you can take. So the Page of Wands is very fun, youthful energy, exploring, very similar to the Knight of Wands in your overall general energy, but because it's attached to the Page of Pentacles in reverse, don't isolate yourself if you can, okay? But when it comes to, there's something about a very specific someone that you, for some reason, you're looping on, or for some reason, like, it's not going good for you right now. You're going to have justice with it, I promise you, or if it's just love in general. With that being said, let's go ahead and clarify why the Lovers card is here and what you don't see coming right next to the Justice card. Why is the Lovers card here and what you don't see coming right next to the Justice card, please? So there could be something that's put right between you and someone existing or in the past. Or if it's not that, then it's just someone new will come into your life that will put right the feeling that you have about love in general right now. The Lovers in what you don't see coming. Yeah, this is what I sense. More waiting. It's not happening this week, per se. Like, the Lovers is clarified by the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Wands. So, there's really one person that's on your mind right now. Like, the Two of Wands is juggling. The Two of Wands in reverse, Two of Pentacles in reverse is like singular. There's a person that's on your mind, or if it's not a specific person, there's a specific frequency of a type of relationship that you would prefer. But a lot of this does have to do with the past. You do have the Three of Pentacles in reverse as well. And remember, this is related to the Justice card upright, which has to do with bringing justice to something. There could have been something like that just was off in the past. Once again, Ace of Swords and Truth. And so there's someone you're waiting for now. Once again, you have the Two of Wands upright in your overall general energy, and now you also have it in what you don't see coming. And it's on top of this Three of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Pentacles in reverse, Lovers, right next to the Justice of the Hanged Man. You also have the Knight of Cups in your advice. So, I mean, it seems like there's something going to be put right between you and someone. You just have to trust the universe and don't be negative about it, and it will happen. Okay. I'm gonna conclude this reading, Leo. I really feel like there's a lot of good stuff coming for you, but that's what I got for you this week. So I appreciate you.